My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of B&A Sports Talk. And do you know what's funnier than 24? 25. We have Adoree Jackson, probably wearing number 25. Does anyone wear 25 on our team now? I'm not sure. I'm not too good with numbers. I know Daniel Jones is 8, Saquon Barkley is 26, Andrew Thomas is 78. And no, I'm starting to think, yeah, I actually do know quite a lot of players. But that's besides the point. I called it. I said the Giants were going to sign Adoree Jackson, and you're probably like, oh, Anthony, 2 weeks ago he said Adoree Jackson. No. I'm talking about back in January where Logan Ryan basically came out and said, do you know what I do better than anyone else? Recruit. Now, Jabril Peppers had a little bit of a hand in it too. But, Logan Ryan took Adoree Jackson out to dinner. He gave him a fat New York slice. And all of a sudden, Adoree Jackson's a New York Giant. A little bit on the expensive side. From what I've been hearing, it's a front-loaded contract. We have $4 million in cap space now, so I'm waiting to see who we're restructuring. I'd rather not restructure a bunch of people, especially like Blake Martinez. I think we should... I'm not too crazy about him. Let's just say that. And then James Bradbury, we could save up to $6 million restructuring him. I broke it down in a previous video. But, so we're in the clear now. We have all the secondary help we could possibly need. Now, I think James Bradbury is going to struggle a little bit more this year, per se. I think that... Okay, so what we did last year, we used him in a lot of zone, what he's not great in. He's good. I think he's better man on man, and he struggles with tackling. Him and Adoree both struggle with tackling. I think we're going to see James Bradbury struggle a little bit because if you have nobody to throw to, you're going to start targeting your number one guy. And if you look at the number one guy, James Bradbury usually locked down. He didn't really cover them. So you could just say, I'm curious to see the one-on-one ball skills with James Bradbury. If the guy just chucks it up, can he catch it? A lot of times the quarterback just goes, F it, and just throws it up to see, make a play happen. I'm curious to see how James Bradbury does. I don't want to extend him. Let's just keep his current contract. He has 2 years left on it. And we currently still only have one contract in 2024, and that's Kenny Golladay. And we can easily cut him after year 3. We don't have anybody tied up to long-term contracts. Now you have to start thinking, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. These contracts are going to stop coming. Andrew Thomas. You have to start signing these guys to big contracts. So this year, we're going all in. I like it. Joe Judge's quote, I don't play with mediocrity. I go for it all. He set the foundation, and we're being disrespected everywhere. Even by Nick Wright, also by the betting odds that a week ago had us last place. They had us behind the Eagles for first place in the division. I don't care if you had us first. Dallas is a good team, flawed defense, but whatever. They had us 4th in the division as far as the betting. You think Jalen Hurts and whoever they decide to roll out is going to be better than the Giants? Are you kidding me? And that just added an extra chip on our shoulder. Nobody believes in us. We're getting constantly behated, but think about it. Last 4 years, we're the worst team in the NFL. So it's not like let's not be all up on this pedestal like we're the greatest. It has to be done. Daniel Jones still needs to snap the ball. He still needs to improve. But people are just ruling out how good Daniel Jones has played. Nick Wright did that, and let me play a clip.
It's about Jason Garrett. It is definitely about that guy. And I was thinking over the weekend, because Daniel Jones might have been the only full-time starting quarterback last year who statistically had a worse season than Cam Newton. Do you guys realize Daniel Jones last year, he started almost every game, started 14 games. He had 11 touchdowns all season. Yeah. He had 0 300-yard games all season. Brandon, ball security is what? Remind America, ball security is?
Job security, yours and mine. You got to have that ball.
Okay. Well, so here's a problem. In Daniel Jones's career, which is 26 starts, he has 51 interceptions and fumbles. That's 2 a game. I don't care who they added. I don't care that all of a sudden you have these weapons. The quarterback isn't good. So he doesn't mind paying top of the market for Kenny Golladay, even though if Brandon were to list his top 10 receivers, Kenny Golladay is probably on the outside looking in because he had...
So Nick Wright is just a hater, man. I know you have to have, deferring opinions and stuff to make the shows interesting, but... come on. You could tell this guy just doesn't watch a lick of Giants football. He kind of just reads the headlines and then, okay, what's the point I'm going to make here? It's just sad. He's a he sucks. LeBron James and Patrick Mahomes knew you know what, and he thinks he's smart because he's like, oh, these players are good. Okay, yeah, it didn't take a genius for somebody to say that. You're just a Kansas City homer, and it's whatever. And I'm looking forward to Tyreek Hill and Adoree Jackson. I can't wait for the Giants to play Kansas City in Arrowhead. I want to see Daniel Jones light up that secondary. Realize, oh wait. Yeah, we don't have an offensive line because we got Joe Tooney, but who are you going to put at tackle? And then Patrick Mahomes will be running all around. I'm so excited to see Leonard Williams chasing everybody. Now, as far as updated predictions for the first round pick, which is, great. I think there's also some second round implications here. So with the secondary, we're going to be covering people forever. What Patrick Mahomes can do, drop a lot of people back in coverage, do some design blitzes, do some creative stuff they don't quite understand. The quarterback's going to have a lot of time to throw because we don't have the best pass rush, but you can, again, send guys on blitzes. What helps with, this type of scheme is guys that have a great motor. The guys that could just don't relent, just keep on going. One of those guys that I really like is Joseph Osai. Not going to win. We don't need a guy who's going to win off the edge like Yannick Ngakoue, which a lot of people liked. I didn't understand that. Like, you want Yannick Ngakoue, okay, he can get to the guy in 5 things, but often he gives up. He's not a great run defender. I really like Joseph Osai because of his athleticism. He doesn't have the greatest strength, but he constantly just, where's the ball? Where's the ball? And the more mock drafts I do, it's just, there are only so many people that can go in the first round, right? You know that. There's just math. There's only so many people. And then falling. A guy like Joseph Osai falls to you in the second round. I think it's a very viable option. He's my edge number 3. My edges are like Jalen Phillips 1, probably Kwity Paye 2, because he's just overall, he has just a lot of moves. He's overall very solid. It's hard. His game is just hard to understand. Joseph Osai is probably number 3, Ojulari 4. And then everyone just kind of falls in. I don't really know a lot about those deep prospects. I listen to podcasts. I'm like, I kind of just blank them out. I'm not like paying attention to the podcast 100%. I'm like, what did I actually just listen to? But I think that offensive lineman Elijah Vera Tucker isn't going to go before 11. That is 100%. Unless, a team like the Steelers really likes him. And it's just not going to happen. So Elijah Vera Tucker is an obvious choice at 4. I've seen a lot of people also pick the edge guy. But man, maybe Gregory Rousseau would be attractive at 11. We'll continue to have this conversation, but for now, we have to enjoy it. We front-loaded the contract because if he does get injured, now the thing is, I'm talking about a lot in this video, but the thing is about a Kenny Golladay, Adoree Jackson, injury history, but you got to take risks on these guys. You have to, and the medical's obviously checked out. It is what it is, and now I can kind of see what's going to happen during the season. It's going to be like, well, Daniel Jones played well, but, Kenny Golladay got hurt. Sterling Shepard, what do you expect him to do? Saquon Walker got hurt again. Like, the offensive line. People assume, what about the Giants' offensive line? We're going to solve it. We're going to be A-okay on the offensive line. You think Dave Gettleman doesn't know that his offensive line's a little porous? You think he really is going to roll in with just Will Hernandez and Shane Lemieux? No, we're going to spend significant draft capital on those positions. We have only 6 picks, but I think that Joe Judge is going to be able to coach these guys up. No matter who it is, new offensive line coach, it's going to be great. And that's I talked about a lot in this video, but that's kind of my opinion. I can't focus on one topic way too much. I know some people talk about the same things over and over again. They say the same points like 5 different times in the same video. It's just like, can you get on with the point, man? But yeah, that's my opinion. That's my current state of the Giants, I guess. I don't upload every day, so I get to kind of do these recap videos, which kind of makes me focus on everything, And so I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.